Hi, my name is Clint. I'm a fifth-year English education student at Ball State, and today we're going to talk about run-on sentences and how they can be avoided. And in the spirit of learning, we're going to the source of word fun, Dr. Seuss. Alright, first let's see a simple sentence or two and what they are made of. Here we have Sally ran, Jack jumped, the fish is blue. Even though these sentences have at least only two words, they are still sentences because they are made up of a subject and a verb. Sally would be the subject in the first sentence, ran would be the verb, etc. See how short sentences can be? Sentences can be long too. Here we have an extremely long sentence by the master of long sentences himself, Southern Gothic legend William Faulkner. You might ask how a sentence can possibly be that long. Well, he's placed the correct punctuation, which is what I'm going to show you, so you can more easily avoid run-on sentences in your writing. What is a run-on exactly? Well, let's read together. A run-on sentence. A run-on is a sentence in which two or more independent clauses, complete sentences, are joined without an appropriate punctuation or conjunction. The sentence can be long or short, but if there are two complete sentences or more smushed into one, they must be separated by a comma and a conjunction. You might also ask, what is a conjunction? A conjunction is a word that connects two independent clauses along with the help of a comma. The 7 most common are summed up in an acronym. Fanboys. Alright, so we have it spelled out. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and lastly, so. These are the ones to know, and if you do know them well, and their placement, you can correct your run-on sentences in no time. Alright, here's a visual for you to see where the commas go and where the conjunctions go. Comma first, then conjunction, both in between the two independent sentences you are trying to combine. Let's take a look at 3 examples from the wordsmith himself, Dr. Seuss. Rosie's going riding on her red rhinoceros. Say there was information missing, like the fact that she forgot her map. Let's write that sentence. Rosie is going riding on her red rhinoceros, she forgot the map. Do you see how this is a run-on sentence? There are 2 separate sentences here. Rosie is going riding on her rhinoceros, and she forgot the map. Let's fix this. Here we have everything just the same, only we added the comma and the coordinating conjunction but to combine the sentences. Next we have Sammy. Silly Sammy Slick sipped 6 sodas and got sick. Why did Sammy drink that many? Well, he was really thirsty and has a big sweet tooth. Here it is written as a run-on sentence. Silly Sammy Slick sipped 6 sodas and got sick is one sentence by itself, and he was really thirsty and has a big sweet tooth is a sentence itself as well. They are combined here but without any commas or punctuation. Now we've got a nice sentence, both independent clauses separated by a comma after the first sentence, then the coordinate conjunction for prior to the second sentence. Alright, lastly we have Vera. Vera Violet Vin is very awful on her violin. Look at her neighbors, plug in their ears. Say you wanted to include the fact that because she is bad, her neighbors don't like it. Vera Violet Vin is very awful on her violin, her neighbors always complain. While this is true, yet again we have 2 sentences smushed into one. Vera Violet Vin is very awful on her violin is the first, and her neighbors always complain is the second. We need to split those up. Like we've done previously, let's place a comma, which you see here in red, after the first sentence, followed by the conjunction so prior to the second sentence. Now this is good. No running on, just a nice sentence separated by a comma and a conjunction. Also, for dramatic effect, don't forget to breathe. Commas are here to let the reader know that maybe they should pause, giving more meaning to the following words. Let's practice, shall we? Out loud, together so you get the full effect and hear it well. Rosie is going riding on her red rhinoceros, but she forgot her map. Silly Sammy Slick sipped 6 sodas and got sick, for he was really thirsty and has a big sweet tooth. Lastly, you ready? Vera Violet Vin is very awful on her violin, so her neighbors always complain. See how the commas suggest pacing and rhythm in the sentences? Think about that when you're reading and writing. Remember, just because the sentence is long doesn't mean it's a run-on sentence. When you see 2 or more sentences combined into one, separate them with a comma and a conjunction you see that fits. And lastly, don't forget fanboys. What are they again? You ready? What do we start with? F stands for 4. Exactly. Next, and. Keep it coming. Nor, but, or, yet, and lastly, what is it? So. Yeah, you're right. You got them all right. Good job. I hope this helps you with run-on sentences. Also, for a great newfound whimsical reading experience, go and read some Dr. Seuss. My guess is it'll remind you about childhood and you'll laugh. Have a good day.